Well, here we are, all around the country. Well, not all around the country. We're in Boise, in Pennsylvania. So I guess that's everywhere. It's de rigueur to say stuff like that, all around the world.
That is the word of the day.
It's actually two words, de rigueur, but it's the phrase de jour. I know two words in French, bonjour and jour. That's all I know. So here we are. It's November 2023. We're back. Let me just pull this up. We've got a little bit of time. Let me see if I can share my screen. So I was told that this color is the hex number for blueberries. So we'll see if it's close.
It looks good.
Good. It's a lot better than pumpkin orange that was really kind of a garish orange, I think, last week. Not that I could really tell. But in any case, guess what? 37th recording right here in our stage.
We're getting close to 40. That's amazing.
I know it is amazing. So here we are. Check it out, our 37th. So who wants to go first? Is there a natural order, or did we just want to?
Whatever you think.
So I would say let's do mine first, Michael's second, Amy's third.
Okay, that sounds
good. That's good.
So here we go to Davin. Whoops, a little preview. Okay. Dr. Corcelli.
And I just wish that I had a little more ability, with Canva and making, I mean, it's like, I've got a lot of good images to work with here, but I just can't quite make it all fit together. And the red was the only font color that I could actually see on this. So it's kind of jarring to see the red. So I'm sorry about that. But
are there words on this? Are there words on this page?
Right. Exactly. So Saint Julian prayed, all shall be well, and all shall be well. Joy through faith.
And you want to explain we'll go to the next one, but you want to explain what these are, or do you just want to keep it?
Yeah, for sure. The cross is photos. It's the same photo, the same cross at the Abbey of Gethsemane. So where Michael and I visited in October. And the images, stained glass, and then the stone image are two different images of Saint Julian of Norwich, who said the words, all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. So, which was my inspiration for this.
And so and I love this picture, but I even love this picture more. Just look at how beautiful that cross is.
Yeah, the guy behind it came out nice.
Mm-hmm.
And is that image there as well at Gethsemane, the Abbey of Gethsemane?
No, those were both things that I picked up off of I think Wikimedia. Where you can get, just like on Canva, you can get open access images of certain things.
I love it.
Isn't that nice?
You are kind.
So beautiful.
It really is.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I can.
Okie dokie.
All right. Saint Julian of Norwich was a laywoman and an anchoress who lived during the Black Plague. Some believed she was a mother who lost her family. We know that she had an illness that led to the brink of death, where she was visited by Jesus with several showings, which she reflected on and wrote about from her hermitage for the rest of her life. For Julian to pray, all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well, is faith. Indeed, her joy is passed to us across generations. St. Julian is one of, if not my favorite saint. I've read modern translations of her showings and fictional accounts of her life, and I even have a small St. Julian icon. All shall be well. She reminds us from a plague and a pandemic, from the walled rooms with a window to the church and a window to the street, that all, not most, not some, not a few select things, but all shall be well. All shall be well. all manner of things, not just the churchy or the important things, but all manner of things shall be well. St. Julian reminds us that there is joy in faith, and all shall be well. Really, really like the all shall be well.
Like a rock band, right? I love her.
All shall be
I
well.
love her. 15,000 times. Okay, those are the lyrics. All shall be well. All shall be well.
All shall be
Well,
well.
when I was writing my interpretation, my high bun here, I just kept coming back to Pope John Paul II saying, do not be afraid. And so that was just so much in my mind in thinking about just the beautiful turn of phrase, all shall be well. So it's yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
In our Taze service, we had one last night. We often sing chants like "Be not afraid, be not afraid." Mm-hmm. I go before you always. Anyway. They're so. I don't know if you've been to a Taze service. The very first one I went to, Amy, was actually at St. Mike's. I had never gone to one before. And the second, third one, and fourth one were at the Nazareth Catholic Church, and now we have one every Tuesday night, and it is just so calming in this season. Anyway, so I'll have a little different interpretation than Amy just had. I've thought often over the years trying to understand what I thought. I've often thought what I thought about faith and belief. Today, my thinking is that belief is necessary and important. It's valuable to the extent I realize I consider it provisional, not set in concrete. A belief is based upon what I consider to be true today. It should be able to change with new information. I think joy and belief go together when they align. It's hard to be joyful when they don't. For example, do I really believe that all shall be well? What I really believe is that there's a lot of not well coming. Do I believe that all shall eventually be well? That, I guess, depends on one's definitions of well and eventually. Take a look around. I hope all will be well, but I'm not really sure when, where, or how. Faith, depending on how you look at it, is different. Faith is grounded in trust. Faith and joy always go hand in hand. As an open, trusting, generative person, that is someone who has faith in the present and the future, I don't have to worry about the future. I can be joyful right now. Perhaps Julian would have been even more perceptive to say, all is well, and all is well, and all is well. To say that is to experience joy in the present moment and the expectation that joy will be present in every future moment. A little different.
That's great.
Very good. Very good.
Dr. Karchiaman.
All right. Thank you both very much. I feel like I've always known about Julian of Norwich, but I'd never heard or read her most famous aphorism or prayer that all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Having dinner with friends a few days ago, our host offered a prayer to start the meal, and he finished the prayer with those beautiful words. It was remarkable, and we spent a few minutes discussing Julian and the optimism at the heart of her deep spirituality. Having lived through 2 plagues during the 13th century and the deaths of so many, Julian's words take on a much greater complexity and meaning. It's a powerful reminder to me that a deep relationship with God and persistent work on that relationship creates a new kind of life. The confidence that all shall be well, always, strengthens everything else in life.
Amen. So good.
All will be well.
Michael's dubious, I can tell.
No, I'm not dubious. What I think is that to be, in the present moment, all is well
Mhm.
and all will be well. So no matter what else is going out in the world, right, it's very second. Now, again, it all depends upon the lens we're looking through, right? We know a lot of starving people who are having challenges in Gaza right now. That's right now. But to have faith, like you're talking about, Davin, in general, that eventually, depending on whether it's end of life or end of civilization or whatever, at the end, that all will be well. I think that gives great solace to us all. I mean, get great comfort and great. Just don't want to forget today. Today's wellness. Because it's going to be hard to. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard till the day we die. I mean, it'll be as hard, right? It'll be as hard. We'll be in pain, or we'll be in this, or we'll be in that. So, the joyfulness of the present moment can't be given up for expectation of future joy.
Yeah. I think that it's incredibly meaningful that she didn't say all is well.
Mhm. Mhm.
Amy's next.
Is Amy next or me? Whichever one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael's next. That's right. My suggestion was me, Michael.
Okay, let's
It's
go to
good.
me then. Let's go to me.
I think they all played very well together this month.
Yeah, that's rare. That never happens. Okay, here we go. This is crumbling, and yet there is a pilgrim pointer to the path ahead.
Mm.
And then this was taken on the Camino this year. Camino de Santiago. And then this is not a haiku, although I counted it later and it is like a syllable off. I didn't mean for it to be a haiku, but this is beginning again, our first steps back on the Camino after a year. So that was taken this year too. And that's the shadows of me and Shane. On the
I
Camino.
love that with the shadows. It's
Yeah,
a great
it's great.
picture.
Yeah. So my wife, she really liked that picture too. So,
Mhm.
okay, who wants to go first?
I can go
I
first.
can.
Okay, go ahead, Amy.
Okay. And yet is one of my favorite phrases. It's hopeful and mysterious, and yet is an anticipation-packed pause. The reality seems like this, and yet there is more than the eye can see. Buildings can crumble, as Michael's photo shows. Cookies can crumble, and lives too can seem to crumble. The crumbling is falling apart into pieces. The very essence of what made the whole is exposed. The building Michael shared once had a roof. It offered shelter, warmth, and shade from the sun. It was sturdy and robust, but over time, so much time, the form and shape were mostly lost. What remains is the essence. It's not what it was, and yet the stones still stand. The soul and ethos remain, and yet there is a bright yellow arrow that points pilgrims on. Its soul is pure and its mission is new, and yet reminds us that all will be well, all manner of things shall be well, and blessings, like berries, are sometimes hidden, and yet they will be found.
Nice work.
Got it all together there.
No kidding. Wow. That's awesome, Amy. Blueberries and
Thanks.
all will be well. That's nice.
You and I are on the same wavelength this month, Amy.
Love it. That's great.
It's easy and all too common to dismiss things that are crumbling. Things that appear on the surface to be not fully functioning or not working properly in the context of their ostensible purposes. Michael's disintegrating abode on the Camino has lost the ability to function as a house, but its new purposes have emerged. giving it new life and meaning. These changing purposes that reveal new gifts are important for people too. And as Michael focuses on the pilgrim's path, perhaps that's one of the best lessons for the seeker, for the pilgrim. Changing abilities and the passing of something old for something new is revelatory. Also often sad, but also deeply important and meaningful.
So good. That's great.
I'm always inspired when I sit down with you guys. Jeez, it's always something. I thought I had a deep thought today, and then I sit with you guys and I thought, well, no, it's pretty shallow. You're coming at it.
Not even true.
That's not even true.
No, you did have a deep thought. Good deep thoughts, always.
There must be turkey coming tomorrow because I feel like one. Okay. Mine, I'm a bubble off plum today compared to y'all. So there have been times in my life when I felt like everything was crumbling all around me and all within me. What I considered real, set, something I could trust in turned out to be more sand than stone. I feel that way right now about democracy in the United States. It's clear to me that our democracy and our constitutionally grounded nation is very unlikely to crumble because of military attack, but much more likely through outside players who whittle away inside our country at what we most cherish, using the guerrilla warfare of fomenting insurrection, incivility, ad hominem attacks on respectable people, messing with our democratic institutions like voting, making dishonesty popular and normed, and using our own citizens to do their work for them. We too long have taken our freedoms for granted. Now, people who believe in democracy and the Constitution will once again have to fight, metaphorically at the very least, with courage and tenacity to keep it and to regain what has already been lost. I felt my own sense of direction and values and discipline to crumble, almost as if they never were during periods of my life. Perhaps you've stumbled a little bit yourself now and again. The further the fall, the higher the climb, the harder the climb, the more off the path, the more lost, the more difficult it may be to find our way back. People who believe in deeper, more joyful living have to fight with courage and tenacity to develop and keep it, to regain what can so easily become lost. Stumbling and crumbling. Sometimes, always, we need something to point the way forward, to point the way to the path, to what is truly solid. Pilgrimage, in my experience and observation, always takes us toward a more simple truth, a surer direction, a more timeless depth, and an endpoint that connects to something infinitely beyond and better than what we might imagine when setting out. The directions for democracy are right in front of us. We need to stay the course no matter how difficult the path, no matter how much we stumble. The directions for human flourishing are right in front of us and within us as well. We know when we get a little or a lot lost. Sometimes we need an arrow to appear to help us see the way. Sometimes we are the arrow.
I don't think you're a bubble off plum at all. I thought you hit the nail on the head there.
That was so good. That was so excellently written and articulated.
Thanks. And all will be well. And all will be well. All will be well. So what do we have next? We saved the best for last.
Yes. What a great poem.
By no means. By no means.
Now, let's go back up here. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, Amy.
All right. Blessings and berries, some clearly seen, others hide. When found, both are sweet.
I think it's brilliant.
It is
you.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Just brilliant. Okay, stop this share. Look at those. Look at those. Mm-mm-mm. You know, I'm hungry right now, so I'm
Got some berries.
sorry.
Way to be prepared.
You know, you just charted the course ahead for democracy in our country, and now you're making berry jokes.
At least they're not Wendellberry jokes. Okay.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Okay, who's reading first? I don't care.
This is crumbling.
Yeah, it's deteriorating rapidly. Here, I'll read now that I've started this whatever this is. Oh my, with an exclamation mark. I have come to love berries, and especially blueberries. I love how Amy tied blessings and berries together, making concrete what we already know but often forget. Sometimes we can't see the best things yet. Sometimes we don't know that something is growing and developing that will sweeten and nourish our bodies and our spirits. I would suggest, however, that blessings and berries are sweet even before we find them, even before we make the effort to find them, discover them, and then to taste them. They're already sweet. We just have to experience their presence. One more thing to think about. Berries, like blessings, can come to us out of the blue. All of a sudden, there's a container of blueberries just sitting right there for us to open up. But they both, berries and blessings, can be earned, planted, nourished, given light, and harvested. It's not just serendipity or an unearned gift like the sun or the moon, which is an unearned gift that we have, but for full flavor, they take some gardening.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. All right. What a wonderful poem. I love it. The parallel between blessings and berries as treasures, sometimes obvious and sometimes hidden, is so apt and accurate. Interesting as well that Amy has given them both some agency. They aren't really hidden, they hide. The blessings and berries don't want to be found at times. So we have to work that much harder for them, making them that much sweeter, of course. Beneath the surface, there's a good rule for life here. Acknowledging that there are hidden gems, diamonds in the rough, things that, like Michael's dilapidated medieval stone hut, don't readily reveal the depth, the sweetness that lies in wait for those of us patient, kind, or thoughtful enough to taste what is so good. What are the hidden blessings, the fruits of the Spirit that we are missing when we're impatient, unkind, and unthoughtful? What berries have I missed for not being broad-minded or caring enough to let someone's inner beauty emerge? It's a powerful reminder when I'm feeling frustrated with someone to take a deep breath and look for some hiding blessings and berries. Brilliant poem.
Thank you. I love that. I hadn't thought about the agency element. That's so good. That's why we do this, right? See all the different angles.
Multiple perspectives makes things so much deeper.
So good. All right. I grew up picking huckleberries. Early August is prime huckleberry season in Idaho. With purple fingers, we would visit our favorite patches tucked near the Payette Lake in McCall, Idaho. The thing about picking huckleberries is that some years the berries are abundant and easy to spot. Sometimes, however, the best, juiciest berries are found when looking upside down through the bushes. That's when all the berries grown in the shade of the leaves can be seen. A bush can look at first glance like it's picked clean, and then with the new view, more berries are revealed. I've been thinking recently about blessings. What makes something a blessing? Is a blessing something that makes us feel warm and happy? Yes, of course. But what about the things that pull at the weaving of our core understanding of ourselves? What about the things that seem at first glance overwhelming? significant, scary, unwanted, and uninvited guest. If all things are sacred, as St. Julian teaches, then where are the blessings hiding in life's big and scary events? Blessings, like berries, sometimes hide beneath the leaves in the shade. Occasionally, we must reach through thorns and brambles to find a wild, sweet blackberry. Sometimes we must kneel and peer through huckleberry bushes with our necks at impossible angles. Blessings like berries aren't always easy to spot, but may we not give up on spotting blessings like berries. Just because they aren't apparent at first glance doesn't mean they aren't there.
Very good work, folks.
Yeah. Somebody has watched our video, and they always not they always, they say that, Amy, you always have the sweetest, smartest, down to earth things, whether it's blueberries or whether, and they were looking at a seal, you know, that your last seal. This is, so anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm the bramble. Now, is there is the picture that you gave us huckleberries or is it blueberries?
I mean, according to Canva, it was huckleberries, but it could be blueberries. They're both in the same family.
Are they? I mean, I don't know the difference between the two, but
I think they're all part of the same
assume
family.
they were blueberries, but then, you know,
they could be.
Huckleberry,
I don't know.
I really know is Huckleberry Hound. So now, aren't these beautiful? I bet they are huckleberries. They don't look, maybe they don't look like blueberries. Totally.
They do, though. I mean, they're all related.
They are. So I wanted to remind people that are watching this that we have a book. It's time for us to put another book together one day. Someone was talking about this book to me the other day. They had it, and they I can't remember if one of us gave it to them or whatever, but they really liked it a lot. So,
oh, good.
So that was nice to hear. And then I love, not to forget, Amy's Smaller and Deeper.
Thank you.
Direction. She's always, you know, and her little essay every Sunday is just beautiful. And there's us.
That's great.
Yeah. So anyway, anything else for the good of the cause, friends?
Just thank you both.
Yes, I'm very grateful.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
We're recording this the day before Thanksgiving, so I am so grateful for all of you.